Wijnaldum adds to ex-Liverpool collection at Al-Ettifaq with Gerrard and Henderson. Wijnaldum looks set to end his career at a high level, aged 32, and will form a mini Liverpool in the Saudi Premier League. Al-Ettifaq is the Saudi Premier League club that draws the most attention outside the Big Four, those who receive support from the government's sovereign wealth fund. The team's trick was to set up a small colony of old Liverpool references. Steven Gerrard has arrived as coach. He gained an excellent reinforcement with the signing of Gerrard and Henderson, his successor with the captain's armband at Anfield. The midfield also received the addition of Georginio Wijnaldum. The Dutchman was below his best since leaving the Reds with injury problems. At the age of 32, he says goodbye to his high-level career in Europe to earn big checks in Saudi Arabia. Wijnaldum's impact leaves more doubts due to his physical problems. The midfielder suffered a broken tibia that ruled him out for much of last season. At least he returned in time to play some good matches for Roma, who were runners-up in the Europa League. However, the market for the Dutchman seemed closed in the first shelf of European clubs. The bad season at Paris Saint-Germain in 2021-22, above all, burned his film. The veteran is looking for an alternative that will at least make money, while the Parisians will still take €8 million for the sale. Wijnaldum signed a 3-year deal with Al-Ettifaq. Wijnaldum has fallen a lot in recent years. Wijnaldum has a lot of experience in professional football. The midfielder spent a lot of time in the Eredivisie. His debut came in 2006-07 as a Feyenoord prodigy. After breaking out in 2010-11 in Rotterdam, the midfielder signed for PSV and also made a splash at the Philips Stadium. He even won the Dutch Championship and projected himself as a talent in the Netherlands national team, with a great participation in the 2014 Cup. His gateway to the Premier League took place in 2015-16, excellent in his only season with Newcastle. Wijnaldum's peak came after his move to Liverpool. The midfielder was one of the driving forces behind the transformation experienced at Anfield under Jurgen Klopp. He spent 5 years as an absolute starter for the Reds and was important in the achievements of the period. His role in the team that won the Champions League in 2018-19 is unforgettable, especially for the comeback against Barcelona, as well as positively influencing the end of the Premier League fast in 2019-20. However, Gini's career took a turn for the worse when the Dutchman decided to leave Liverpool at the end of his contract. Wijnaldum looked like a solution at PSG and became one of the problems, with almost zero impact on a needy midfield. His fall became flagrant. The move to Roma raised hopes, as a great addition to Jose Mourinho's team. However, the serious injury suffered at the beginning of the season prevented Gini from really becoming a protagonist. The move to Al-Ettifaq seems to recognize that its greatest moments are behind it. At this point, he even gives up the Dutch national team. Wijnaldum was absent from the 2022 Cup because of the fracture, but was captain at Euro 2020 and was also present at the last League of Nations. The Al-Ettifaq market. Al-Ettifaq did good business in this transfer window. Steven Gerrard became an eye-catcher when he took over coaching, which ensured good players were available to him. Gerrard and Henderson and Wijnaldum underline Liverpool's roster of figures. The club still sought defender Jack Hendry at Club Brugge and also gained centre-forward Moussa Dembélé at the end of his contract with Lyon. Other foreigners were already part of the squad, with the main mentions being goalkeeper Paulo Victor, defender Marcelo Tisserand, winger Vitinho and centre-forward Robin Quallen. Obviously, Al-Ettifaq remain below the Big Four in the dispute of the Saudi Championship. But he is among the best qualified to step into the fray. The team occupies the 5th place in the table, with 10 points. Their only defeat came against Al-Hilal, but they managed to beat Al-Nassr in the first round. They are only 3 points below the leaders, Al-Hilal and the surprising Al-Tawon, directed by Pericles Chamusca. PSG, on the other hand, needs to thank the Arab clubs for the sales it made in this transfer window. Of the €149 million billed by the French, €113 million came from the Middle East. The sale of Neymar represents the largest share, with the €90 million paid by Al-Hilal. Defender Abdo Diallo signed with Al Arabi, from Qatar, for €15 million. Ties with PSG's owners certainly facilitated the deal. There is still the situation of Marco Verratti, which remains undefined, but the midfielder was also quoted by the Arabs. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications and don't miss the next videos.